So I'm gonna be doing a double whammy here with Facebook and Insta. I'm just gonna wait until a few more people hop on. Hi, Katie. Hi, Mom. I wish I could put this up here somehow. Does that work? Okay, I'm just gonna wait a few more minutes. I've learned that most people watch the videos after it's on, so regardless, we handle in business. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Everybody here knows me, but for the people that are going to watch this video later, my name is Chevis Trotter. I am the owner of We Handle Your Business, and today I'm just going to do a short video on all the steps that I've taken so far to properly file and manage my LLC. So I'm just going to go step by step. I think a lot of people who are starting their business, filing the articles is really easy. I don't think it's impossible for anybody to do. Every single person on earth, I think, could go to the Corp Commission website and file their own articles. But with what I have to offer is just like 5+ years of handling businesses all over the US, all over, you know, I've actually done some things in Canada. So it's just expertise really that you're getting when you have somebody help you handle that type of thing. So the first thing that I feel is super important is the name. And I kind of went over this in my previous live. There are some people that that have the same name. Like I said before, I actually wanted my business to be called A to Z Business Solutions. And I had created a QuickBooks, and I had kind of, you know, started with that and just kind of forgot myself that you should probably search for the name. So the name was taken. So We Handle Your Business was the other name. But if you kind of get started and get your following and like get an Instagram and get a Facebook and get all of these things in place, and you have another business's name in the state that you're in, then you're gonna have to either change your name or you have to battle whoever has the entity name. Sorry, I got a phone call to see who has that name and see if they'll let you have it. So the first step I would always take is to either ask me to do a name search for you, or we can just go on and, hey, new people, or we can just go on, or you can go on yourself and find a name for your company. So the second thing that I've run into since I've had my entity is a P.O. box. So a lot of us right now are working from home, starting our businesses from home, and I put my, don't go looking at, but I did not have a P.O. box initially when I filed my paperwork. And so the articles of organization, all of that information is public record. So anybody can find your address, anybody can get in contact with you. I'm a little bit leery of people just popping into my life. And there's a bag moving somewhere. I'm leery of people just popping into my life, and so I should have gotten a P.O. box. So the next step after you get your name is to definitely get a P.O. box, because we want to be able to put that information on the articles of organization that's public record. And you always have to have some sort of physical location, but that mostly has to do with the EIN. So that's the second thing, to get a P.O. box, so that you don't use your home address. If you have a business address, then you're good. So the next thing that I did was I got my EIN. The EIN is the employee identification number. This is what you'll use to file your taxes. This is basically how the IRS is able to figure out if you're going to be needing to file taxes or not. So, hi Christina. Oh, thank you. I know it's been a long time. I appreciate you watching my live. Hi Hallie. Hi Rodney. I don't know if you're still on here. Steven on Insta. I'm doing Instagram and Facebook, so just FYI, if I'm bouncing back and forth, that's why. What's up, Dwight? Good to see you. So, all right. So first step that I had was to do a name search for your business, for those of you who are new. Second thing, get a P.O. box. Honey, the bird. Honey. Second thing, get a P.O. box, and then now I'm on the employer and if identification number. Hey Dwight. Hi Quiche Mama. And so getting an EIN is important, but and that's all online. But the circumstances that you encounter when you're going on the EIN website is there are a multitude of questions, not like a ton, maybe like 10 questions. Is it, why did you start your entity? Are you going to have employees? Is it, who are the members? Who are the managers? What's your social security number? And sometimes that type of thing, especially with the IRS. Hi, Emily! Sometimes those things with the IRS can be overwhelming. And so this is something that I'm able to do on my own, thank goodness. So I got my EIN. Just from experience, I was able to fill it out. I don't have employees yet. I'll be the only employee. I don't have a 55,000 ton truck that they have going on. Thanks, Quiche. So, what is that noise? So, yeah, so I was able to get my EIN. So the next thing that I would do next after you have found a name, gotten a P.O. box for your entity so that you don't use your home address, get your EIN number so that you can solidify the entity name and information with the IRS, the federal government, and then you go to the state. So whatever state you're in, there is some sort of corporation commission, Secretary of State, hi Miss Maria, Secretary of State, some sort of division where you can file documents. And there are some places, if you're doing business in a certain way, where you want to maybe file in Delaware. I just filed in Arizona because I'm in Arizona and I don't want to deal with all of that. You can kind of contact an attorney if you're looking to get more information about things like that. So I filed mine with the Arizona Corp Commission. Just put in all of my information. You have to have an address. You have to have if it's going to be member managed or manager managed. You have to have all of the names of the entity members that are going to be there. If you're a single person, you have to have a lot of information, and it has to match with the EIN. So I got my EIN first because that's like the base of the knowledge that you need. And then I went to the state to make sure, like, okay, I have the IRS information correct. And then I go to the state and I just file my articles of organization. You pay it right there, they file it. I did it in the olden days where I had to like type it out on a template and mail it to the Corporation Commission. So then when I actually filed the entity documents for the firm I was previously working at, it was all online. So that's one thing about We Handle Your Business. I'm not looking to just like cheat anybody. I just know that there are steps that everybody doesn't know about and might do wrong. Like say you got your EIN yourself and you put something weird on there and then you put something different on the articles. It should all just be the same and it should all, mesh so that when you file your taxes, nothing is weird. So then the next thing that I have is to save all of your documents. There's an EIN application, you should save that. It doesn't really like tell you to save it, but you should save it because that's all of the information that you put on the EIN in order to get it. Because once you get your EIN application completed, you submit it, and then you get a confirmation letter that you can get online, and they will not give you another one. We have tried. So you have to make sure that everything that you do, you save. But if I'm handling it, it's automatic. 10 years of save. That is literally the story of my life. I just save everything. If somebody emails me something, I save it. If somebody emails me something, I send it. Sorry, my battery's running low. I had a long day. If someone emails me something, I save it. If somebody texts me something, I try to find a way to save it. I always save everything, because if you're missing something, it could turn into a nightmare. So just make sure that you save all of your documents. Hey, Junior. So I'm gonna wave at some people. Hi, guys. Thank you for joining. So yeah, so I'm just gonna go over the steps that I've gone over really quick. What I've done with my LLC so far. I did a name search, made sure the name was available. I didn't get a PO box, but I said, suggest that you should do that beforehand. If you're working from home, you don't want everybody having your home address. And then get an EIN first, and then you can get your state documents filed with whatever state you're living in at the business division that you're working with. So then after you get your state documents filed, I said that you should save everything that you've done. So each step of the way, just make sure everything is saved in some file on your computer so you have access to it for life. You just never know what could happen. I also print the documentation just in case my computer blows up, because you might need it at some point. So hello to everybody who joined. It's popping this time. Hey y'all. See, I should have done that 7. There's not that many, but there's more than last time, and I appreciate you guys. Anywho, okay, so then the next thing that I have written is an operating agreement. So I'm the only member of my entity. Oh, hey, Channing. Hey. Yeah, Channing's on here. He's we'll have to pop him in one day, because he just opened a couple of gyms for kids. The Biggie Duets. He just opened a couple of gyms for kids that we wish we had when we were growing up. If I would have been lifting at like 12, I probably would have, I don't know what I would have done, because I have Dally and that was my track career, so it wasn't meant to be. But now he has a youth fitness center. Hi Cisco, hi. I don't think your name's Nat Turner. Anyway, but okay, so the next topic is operating agreements. So an operating agreement is basically the rules of your entity, and if you have a partner, or if you have a boyfriend, if you're not married and you have a partnership with somebody, if you're not married and you have a partnership with somebody, you should have an operating agreement, because now, I have been in the legal field for a long time, so I've probably seen the worst of the worst. And it's usually a family member, sometimes it's even husband and wife, but it's a community property state, so normally everything's just split in half. But if you just have something in writing saying, okay, this person is just an investor, or this person just handles the day-to-day, and this person, an operating agreement is very important. I will always, like, if I had a business with somebody else, we would have an operating agreement. I drafted my own operating agreement because I have a daughter, and so when she comes of age, that's probably who will be my partner, or whatever the case may be. I also have things in there that if I pass and I have any assets, which should be in a trust, but that's another story for another day. But my parents will be the people who are making sure things are running properly, so I have to give them some knowledge of my entity in the operating agreement. So you can pretty much say whatever you want legally, but you definitely need to have an operating agreement of some sort to make sure that that you're, if you guys have a falling out, nobody gets screwed over. It's all agreed upon beforehand, because I don't know what the numbers are. I'm not gonna falsify numbers that I don't have, like other people do, but there are many other there are many other ways that you can go about like making sure that things are legitimate, but I think that having something on paper and not just being like, oh yeah, we're gonna get along for life, we're gonna be partners forever. I personally wouldn't do that because things go awry sometimes. Look at what COVID has done. So name, P.O. Box, EIN, state filing. Obviously, you have to file your entity documents. Saving everything that you've done in the middle of it, and then an operating agreement. So if you have a current business and you don't have an operating agreement, if you don't have a P.O. box and you don't want your home address on there, if you need to change the address on the EIN, all of those are forms that I can help you with. You can just amend your information. It's a low cost. It's always going to be a cost to file a document. I actually have to do that for my documents because I need to change my P.O. box. So if you even need help with that, if you need to make any changes, if you want to include someone, if you want to take somebody off, those are all things that can be changed. And I think, like I said, having somebody, having an operating agreement is important because things don't work out all the time. All right, so then the next thing that I did was I opened a bank account. I went to Chase. There's been a lot going on in the world, and I just felt like Chase was going to be the most beneficial for me. So you cannot go to the bank without having the first things that I told you. So if you go into the bank right now and you just have an idea like, hey, I'm gonna get this bank account right now, you're gonna get sent back home. And it's not really a short process, but you can't just walk in a bank and be like, I'm opening a business. They want to see your articles of organization. The lady at the Chase, her name was Gloria. She's over here by me. She was really nice. She pulled up my entity documents myself, but they're going to want your filed articles of organization. They want the EIN confirmation, which is employer identification number confirmation. One United, I know, I heard about that. We'll have to chat about that. I don't know if there's one in Arizona, so I was desperate. So, but yeah, I've heard of them. They sound like a cool bank for us. So, yeah, so then you'll have to open up your bank account, and this is very, very important because I have participated in a tax audit, and I have assisted people with tax audits, and making sure your business entity is properly set up is probably the biggest saving grace if you ever were to get audited. And there's not really any rhyme or reason to them. I mean, I've been audited, so, and I'm not a baller, I'm not Donald. I don't have a ton of money. I just got flagged and they audited me. So yeah, so I definitely made sure I got a bank account. You need to make sure, you're spending. The reason why you get a bank account is so that I can make sure that all of my expenses and my income is going to one place, and there's no confusion on what I can take as a deduction, what is income, what is not income, because that's basically how they figure out what you're doing and how you're doing it. So just making sure my entity is set up properly was important to me because I know what people have gone through being audited, and I've seen people who have had their stuff set up properly just go through the audit, and it's just what it is. Like, they audited me and that was it. So not trying to scare anybody, just trying to let you know that doing things properly is the best way to go, because then you don't have to think about anything. You just do it correctly, run your business, that's it. Get people in place that are able to do your accounting, get people in place that are able to help you with your taxes, make sure you're, deducting the right things, etc. So that's the next thing I would suggest. And then the last thing that I have is, if you're, I don't have to do this because it's like a service that you're providing, but some people are selling things online. So if I were to sell this online. We'll pretend I made this. There's sales tax. There's not a sales tax on like professional services, but there are sales tax on like retail items. So you have to make sure you go to the Arizona Department of Revenue and read about that. I'm not going to give out all the information because I'm not giving legal advice. I don't have to get a sales tax. So if you think you're confused about that, or if you aren't sure whether or not, you can just like get with me. We can have a conversation and see what you need for your entity. So that's all for today. I just wanted to let you guys know how I properly set up the entity. I have been so thankful for all of you who have given me a call, set up an appointment. I have business coming in because I kind of stepped out in faith, and I'm going to say it every time because I'm really grateful, because I'm telling you guys this because, and I have a lot of support. You know, my parents really helped me a ton. Dallas is like my ride or die, not die. But my friends, I haven't done any marketing to strangers. Thank you, EB. But my friends have really been supportive, and I think that having a network, just even this small circle that we have going on right now, people can really support you and help you get your business going, because everybody wants to help each other right now. There's a lot going on in the world. We have always been, in my family, very accepting of all. And so I think that, you know, if you've been good to people, it comes back to you, and it's definitely coming back, because, you know, it's hard to switch from being in the corporate world to having your own business. I sometimes even think while I'm at home, should I just get a little part-time job? Because I just want to have that steady income, and I'm not going to do it because I don't want to go back to that life. It's just kind of like a pattern. And so, you know, I've had people saying I'm an inspiration, and you guys know I'm not trying to be an inspiration. I just want you guys to be happy. I just want you guys to follow your passions, and if I can help you in any way, I'm happy to do that. So I just appreciate you guys. I had 10 viewers this night. I'm so excited. I'll do them at 7 from now on. I actually have somewhere to go after this, so I didn't want to make it too long. So Katie, you'll have to write a review. I appreciate you so much. So Katie, I just met with a girl named, her name's Diamond. She has a company called Blazed Resin. So I'm going to shout out some companies to you guys. Blazed Resin, go follow her. Katie Feldman, I just did her website. It's super cute. So I'm starting to get kind of close to these websites because I'm making them bomb, to be honest. So, so go check out, don't check out Katie's yet. I kind of posted a snippet of it, but it's really cute. The colors are really cute. And so Blazed Resin, Better Flooring, Fat Boys Wheels and Tires, Strong Youth Fitness. Is there anybody else that I've met with that I'm not thinking of? I don't think so. If I missed somebody, let me know, please. I don't want to miss anybody, but we're all kind of networking together to, you know, I wanted the wine rack from Blazed Resin, and she makes all this cool stuff. Obviously, I'm helping Katie, and she's doing a green thumb thing and with plants, and I love plants, and I know a lot of my friends love plants, so I just wanted to give a shout out to them. Tanya is another one. She has a crafting coaching thing that she's going to be doing, which is really unique and cool to me. So if you have an idea, even if you just want to talk for a little bit, you know, just schedule an appointment online. Now, I know that some of us are cool, and you guys have my phone number. But please, I'm okay with you guys contacting me for sure. But if you can set an appointment on my calendar, I would appreciate that, because I took the time out of my day to make sure you guys had those appointments. We can do Zoom phone calls. We could do email. You can text me, whatever you need to do. But please check out my website at www.wehandleyourbusiness.com. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me. I'll be trying to go live every Wednesday. so that we can like just get some following and get you guys some information on how it is to set up your own business. So I will see you guys next Wednesday. Thank you guys all for watching. I'm not about to play Hoochie Mama, but I hope it's in your head. I will see you guys next week. Thank you. Oh my gosh, that fell.